Hi guys. So in this video, I majorly wanted to show you how you can leverage your inbound leads and create automation at scale that allows you to send reach outs to them, classify them into hot, warm, or different tiers of leads, find out their basic information, their contact information, and do everything automatically at scale. So this is a grid that I've set up. It would be available as a playbook on our platform. For this grid, the source is a webhook, so you can connect it to various inbound softwares, the likes of Vectors, RB2B, etc. This grid would majorly be encompassing contact level data, so not factors, but there would be another video coming up with respect to factors and how you can leverage that as an inbound source of leads. We get the lead, we get the basic data points from Vectors or RB2B, and we get those data points, we put them in separate columns to visualize. Next, if there's already an email, well and good. If no, we enrich that email and we have a final email column that provides us with the perfect email that you can reach out to, and then some other data points that we have retrieved from Vectors itself. Next, we want to check whether we already are in touch with this prospect or not. So we look up HubSpot, we find that whether the lead is already available on HubSpot or not, and the unique identifier being used here is the email that we just enriched. So we can then check if it's there. If it's not, we will disqualify them. I guess this was not in our HubSpot, so it is qualified. And we also create a placeholder qualification tag. I'll show you why this is required. It would come into play a bit later. Next, we find their LinkedIn enrichment. We get their basic data points. We also find their company's LinkedIn URL using this LinkedIn enrichment. And then we enrich their company as well to find their industry, employee count, etc. Next, we also take account of how many pages did they visit. For this, we're using our lookup. So for every entry that we retrieve on our platform from Vectors, we then are able to estimate how many pages might this guy have visited. And next, we also find their title and their subtitle, full name, etc. What page URL did they visit? So nowadays, this is a very good intent signal as to if a prospect is interested in buying or not. If they're visiting high intent pages like pricing or case studies or testimonials, you know that they're looking to kind of get in touch with you or maybe buy your product. So this is one of those. So we have set up another flag here, whether they have visited a relevant page or not. So in this case, since I had made this with Bitscale in mind, so obviously vector.co is not a relevant page for us. This was a trial run. And if in case they had visited either our pricing, testimonials, or staff pages, we would have found that as a good intent, and then we would have qualified them. And finally, a title based match. So if they are in any of these titles, or if any of these words are a substring of their title, that means they are relevant to us, and then we have made that matching. All of these will be customized for your use case, and you can replace these titles with the ones that you would be using, or sorry, you would be classifying as your ICP. Next is the final qualification flag. So this is where that qualification tag that I had mentioned earlier comes into play. So we check for each and every level of qualification, and if it's disqualified anywhere, we allot it a disqualification tag, else we give it the qualification tag. So yeah, since it was disqualified due to an irrelevant page visit, so it is disqualified. But it's not disqualified completely. I'll tell you why. This is for our use case only. So in case you want them to be completely disqualified, you can make some slight changes. We can help you out with that as well. But we also do a little bit of lead scoring here. So this is our lead scoring functionality. You guys can copy this if you want. Nothing too crazy going on here. We just pass the input parameters and give some weights to each input. And so we call it based on the final score, we classify them into cold, warm, or hot leads. So if it's a hot lead and maybe it is disqualified for some reason earlier, we don't completely disregard that contact. We try to maintain it at least in our CRM. So based on this mapping, we map them into 3 tiers. So tier 1 would be someone who's qualified and is a hot lead. So we push them straight away to instantly. We reach out to them, and we try to like set up a campaign and do this at scale, kind of an ever running campaign of sorts. The next would be tier 2, which is either they are a warm lead and qualified, or they are a hot lead but disqualified. So both of these would be pushed into tier 2, and along with our tier 1 leads, they would be maintained in our HubSpot, and we ignore tier 3 leads and others. So yeah, this is our inbound based workflow. You can find this in the playbook section on Bitscale. Fairly simple, nothing too complicated. This is just plug and play of sorts. Just utilize this in any way or form it suits you. And yeah, reach out to us if you have any questions. Our community channel is always open. And cheers, bye.